Hello friends, I is Sarita Sharma from Holkar Science College. Today we are learning basic JSP elements. These are some elements used in a JSP page. HTML tag, which is the starting of the JSP page. Comment section, in which we can provide comment to our JSP page. Expressions are written by using equals to symbol with percent symbol and a simple percent symbol which is used for writing scriptlet. Declarations, which is used with exclamatory symbol combined with percent symbol. Directives are just like preprocessor directives used in another languages like C or C++. Actions like forward and include with JSP tag, and EL expressions, which is written as dollar symbol with pair of curly brackets. Now these are basic three kinds of elements: scripting, directive and action. Scripting is denoted with percent symbol. If we write simply percent symbol and some code inside it, then it is termed as scriptlet. If we write percent symbol with equals to symbol, it is used for expressions. If we write percent symbol with exclamatory symbol, it is used for declarations of methods or variables. Now the second element is directive. Directive means just like preprocessor directive. These are of three types: page, include and tag lib. These directives are defined with @ symbol. Now the third element is action. Action is denoted with JSP colon and some properties of it. Now the first one is JSP directive. JSP directives are of three types: page directive, include directive and tag lib directive. These three directives are used with some attributes of it. Now the first one is page directive. These are some attributes of it. Buffer is used for buffering the output string. Autoflash is used for controlling the behavior of output buffer. Content type is used for defining the character encoding scheme. Error page is used to define the URL of another JSP page that reports on Java unchecked runtime exceptions. Is error page it is used for indicating if this JSP page is a URL specified by another JSP page error page attribute. Extend is used to specify a superclass that the generated servlet must extend. Import is used for providing a list of packages or classes if we want to use inside our JSP page. Info is used to define a string that can be accessed with the servlet's getServletInfo method. Is thread safe method is used to define the threading model for the generated servlet. Language is used to define the programming language used in the JSP page. For example, HTML/ JavaScript, etc. Session is used to specify whether or not the JSP page participates in HTTP sessions. Is EL ignored? It is used to specify whether or not EL expression within the JSP page will be ignored. Now the last one is scripting enabled? This attribute is used to determine if scripting elements are allowed for use. Now the example for this attributes. We have created a simple HTML page. In this HTML page we have created a form, and through this HTML page we are just going to a JSP page. This is a simple example. Firstly, we have created HTML page in which there are two labels named uname and uage, username and user age, and two text boxes in which we are substituting the values of corresponding label, and a submit button. And through this HTML page, we are going on JSP page in which we are capturing this text data on our JSP page, and we are just displaying this with the welcome tag, or whatever we want. If the user's age is not user is not the authorized person, then we are just displaying the message like, hello Sana, you are not authorized to visit this site. The second example, in this example again we are creating an HTML page, and in which we are using a text box with name text1 and a submit button which is named as sign in. And through this HTML page we are going on a JSP page in which we are capturing the name from text box, and with this name we have created the session or timing of the user when he is entering the JSP page. This is the another page for this given HTML page. In this JSP page we are just displaying the date or time on which the user is entering and how much time he is expending on this page. This is another example. In this example we are just calculating the result like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division with the help of some text boxes and on clicking a submit button. These are the results of the pages given to our JSP page. Now the next directive is the include directive. Include directive, as the name clears, include means to include another resource to our page. With the include directive we can include another JSP file, HTML file or text file to our JSP page. The syntax of this directive is %@include, then file attribute is used, and the resource name is provided to the file attribute, whatever we want to include in our JSP page. Now the next is the taglib directive. Taglib directive is used to define a tag library that defines many tags. It can be defined further by using some custom tag. We will discuss it another lecture. Now the next one is the action elements. Action elements, these are some list of action elements. Forward is used to forward the request and responses to another resource. Include, it is used to include another resource. Use bean, it is used to create or locates bean object. Set property, it is used to set the values of property in bean object. Get property, it is used to print the value of property of the bean. Plugin, it is used to embed another component such as applets. Param, it is used to set the parameter value. It is used in forward and include mostly. Now the last one is fallback. It is used to print the message if plugin is working. It is used in JSP plugin. This is the example of include element. This is another example if we want to use applet in our JSP page. Now JSP param. JSP param action is used to provide information in the form of key value pair. It is used as direct child element of the following actions like include, forward and param, which is a child element of the JSP plugin action. The JSP compiler will issue a translation error if this element is used elsewhere. The syntax of it, JSP colon param. And with parameter name and value, it can be used as JSP param name equals to param name, value equals to param value. Both of the attributes param name and param value are mandatory, and the param value can accept a runtime expression. For the JSP include and JSP forward actions, the parameter will be added to the request object of the included page and forwarded page. This is the example for parameter name and value. Okay, thank you.